Big thanks to Big Bad Toy Store for sending this over for an unboxing and soon review. Check them out at the link in the description for your S.H.MonsterArts and kaiju needs.
Dragon Ball, horror, kaiju, and more. Steven's Toy Reviews.
Hey collectors, it's going to be Steven here, and welcome to another unboxing video. We have another S.H.MonsterArts here up on the table, and it's going to be, this is an interesting choice for a repaint or another release at all in the S.H.MonsterArts line. It is going to be the S.H.MonsterArts Moguera, the G-Force Storage Doc Sally version. Or the Moguera with the hanger that folks are really digging because Moguera comes with the hanger here. Now, what they're not mostly digging is going to be the $160 price tag. That is a bit steep for US MSRP, but that being said, Moguera was last released in 2012? 2012? Steven, you did the 2-hour, 10-year documentary on this. Don't you know the line like the back of your hand? No? Okay. Anyway, the point being is that this figure is back on the market as a premium Bandai release, so you have a one shot. Do not miss your chance to get Moggy now, because if you do, you won't have that chance again. And with this new and improved with more cool accessories, you know what? That price tag may actually be justified, but I have not had the chance to handle this one yet, so let's go ahead and explore this robotic mole from the Heisei era together. So the front of the box has a little bit of that embossment that they're going with for the premium Bandai releases. So that's really cool. I like it. If you're familiar with like Shin Godzilla, or I think 2017 had it. The Fukuoka Space Godzilla has it. Yeah, so that's really, really cool. The back of the box is actually pretty bland, all things considered, compared to some of the other S.H.MonsterArts in the lineup. There's no little blurb that could be translated at the bottom, so you get an idea of the sculptor and a comment from them like they did for the original release. But the top and the bottom and the sides of the box are just going to be a continuation of the style guide. But what I do absolutely love, I love and adore, and this brings me back to fond older Steven, or younger older Steven memories that sync for me. We have this nice grayscale image of the figure here on the side of the box, and that's just how they used to do the S.H.MonsterArts boxes, which the old school, I'm gonna die on that hill. The old school boxes that they had a decade ago, those were wonderful, like how they did Burning Godzilla, King Ghidorah, the original Moguera even. Those were all great. So let's go ahead and open up Mobile Operation Godzilla Expert Robot Aero Type. No U on this one, which interestingly on the original Moguera release, depending on which region you picked it up from, there may have been a U on your box. Also, speaking of interesting, before I talk about the last thing here, you'll notice I like to point this out wherever I can because not everyone watches all of my videos, and I don't know why. Should be watching all of them. There are two pieces of tape here. Sometimes folks get worried because if they do pick theirs up, they think, oh, mine was tampered with. My quality control. Or the piece of tape was broken. Don't worry. If this happens, not an issue. This is pretty standard. I'd have to say like maybe out of every 10 Bandai figures I get, maybe 2 or 3 will have this. Also, not shown because it's not a part of the product box, is there is the brown outer box. OUTER, not the animal box. Because, again, this is a premium Bandai release. One release and done. And I do remember the older days when the original Moguera released, where they had trouble moving it for $40 shipped at some places. Doesn't that make you go, wow? A Moguera for $40 shipped. And then you look at the aftermarket before this one was released and you think, how did it get to that point at all? And then I say to myself, I did not prepare to move this big old box out of the way. But these are meant to be more so raw. So here is the full loadout for Moguera. And you know, I really question whether or not it would be how might you say, on equal ground compared to the original release. The original release came with some small buildings for the display stands. We did get the beam. I don't know. I'm thinking... Don't know what I'm thinking. Most of the time I don't. Is there tape? No, there is not. So let's go ahead and open it up. Oh, that is loud. Which, why did I do that? Which, before we get there, I just realized. Thank you. Here you go. Instructions. Oh, and it does remind me, the tips of Moguera's hands. They only included the ones that open and close. A buddy of mine told me about that. I don't find that to really be an issue, because I don't know why you would want the ones that are only closed, but c'est la vie. Something that was removed, so. All right, so I think this is going to be, like, the star of the show. If you got the first Moguera, like... cool, but just, you know, so it's protective, so you don't accidentally break it. That's nice. So they're on hinges to move to the side, but it's not going to break if you pop them out. That's very... Come on. There we go. Get back in. There you go. So Moguera is going to go in there. But stay tuned. I'm going to try something else. All right. So I already think that the colors look different here for our missile effect launch parts. So traditionally, I mean, looking back at the accessories here, or I'm sorry, the instructions, you know, they, if you fudge it, because realistically, this is what you're supposed to do, right? And then that connects in. You're supposed to have this super long. You're not always going to be able to have that super long. And, you know. The actual hole for one of the stage axe support arms are right here. So if you really wanted to, you can just kind of line this up with Moguera's hand, put the missile tip there, and you're good to go. So, it's cool. I think these look a little bit brighter compared to the first release, which is awesome. Flight parts up at the top. I don't think we really need to look at those at this time. But we have a piece of protective plastic up there. Then we have... What? Okay. If you got it, did this happen to you? Okay. It's extra plastic. He doesn't need it. Pause. Is anything going to fall off? I don't think so, but if you put a guess in the comments down below, let's continue. Hey, and nothing. King Nothing by Metallica is a pretty solid song, I think. Not that we're talking about anything like that, but you know. So here's Moguera. Woo! All right, let's zoom in. Head's a little bobbly. Some folks were a little bit worried about that compound eye effect not being present. It still is. You can see it very clearly in the video. Not sure how they did the effect this time, but c'est la vie. Feet are mostly die cast. You know, when we go to do the splits here with Moggy, the skirt has a little tiny bit of give. You know, you don't want to just like crack it, but you can still move. Tail's got some movement. Ooh, oh no. Okay, never mind. The back buzzsaw likes to move. Some solid sounding ratchets. The nose drill is real loose, but that's okay. All right, and then these open. And so like I was saying, you can just pop these out, and then there you go. How's the midsection? Just ducky. So Moguera is looking great, but that's the thing. The original release looked just fine as well. All right, so the docking station is, I think, the main reason why this figure is going to sell. Like, if you have the original Moguera, I can pretty much tell you you're not missing too much with this release if you don't get it. But, you know, the whole gimmick is you put the mole in his cage, right? So you kind of drop him down there, and then you go doop, and you go doop, and you go doop. Very loosely. And that's kind of the, without Moguera falling over, right? That's the plan, right? Okay, so we got that. That's a very poor representation, but oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's cool. Oh, she looks great in this. Oh, girl, you wear that so nut. Girl, calm down. It's only Thursday night. You're in college. Chill. Okay, so that's pretty cool, I think. I'm just doing this really quick. I mean, it's a lot of money just to spend to get the docking station, but, you know, if you need Moguera, it's a pretty cool perk. Don't you think? That's going to be it for the video. I was definitely on the fence of picking this one up. However, having it in hand, I can definitely say I may consider get another one of these just for the docking station purposes. I do have some other thoughts that I have not really talked about so much yet, but that is what reviews are for, right? Yes, of course. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and give a big old thumbs up to the video, or dislike it if you don't like it. And of course, as always, check out BBTS for all the latest and greatest pre-orders, orders, and all of the above. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch ya in the next video.